We back.
Hey, that's a win, man. Blazing Questions, episode 31. And as you see here, we have a very special guest.
Very, very special guest.
This one's new, actually. You're in the cannabis space, too.
What's up, everybody?
So go ahead and look in that camera right there. Say your name and introduce what you do out here.
All right, cool. So, what's up? My name's Alesi. I am a commercial cannabis cultivator, I guess by trade. And I'm also, I would say a rapper by trade, but I kind of have left that music part a little bit just so I can really focus 100% on where I find myself and making my lane in this cannabis space. But we will be implementing that music soon.
So how you get into this cannabis space is my question.
So, I first started smoking at 17, and ever since then, I just absolutely fell in love. I came from, I don't know if y'all are familiar, I'm from Florida originally, and I was raised in Sarasota, so it's like old people, rich people, beach town, whatever, and so my brother... What's up?
I'm from Florida too.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, Pensacola.
All right, okay,
So.
up north. So we're like further south, but like West Coast. And yeah, we had access to really good stuff. Shout out to my brother, put me on. And ever since then, you already know. But ever since then, like those high terpene profiles like that made me literally fall in love with the plant. I was also like, I enjoy getting high, obviously, but the flavor and the experience from smoking, like that shit, it was like a next level thing for me. So, you know, flash forward or whatever, like I ended up going to college and shit. I went to University of Central Florida for molecular and microbiology. I was gonna do like the pre-med route, and then I decided not to. I got into like a relationship, a toxic relationship, decided like not to finish the way that I should have finished, right? Well, I guess continued with my degree the way I planned to or whatever, but it's cool that happened because all the while, like ever since I started going to college or whatever, I sold, sold to my friends, sold to little customers here and there, whatever. And I just kind of like built up my rapport in that aspect and just kind of fell more in love with the plant. Obviously fell a little in love with the hustle, but more so just the community and like everything that the plant had to offer, right? So then fast forward, I graduate. I go into healthcare. I hate that shit. I go into, it's like clinical studies and stuff like that. And we're like giving kids ADHD pills and all kinds of shit. And we're taking notes and learning how different things affect them. And I'm just like, this is not for me. We're also in cubicles and I got to be who I'm not. I'm also a person of color. So I feel like I had to wear my hair a certain way. I had to talk a certain way. I had to act a certain way. I just couldn't be myself, right? And so then I just, like, I had to leave the field, and I don't know, like, I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I gotta move home. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I gotta move home. And so I talked to my stepdad, and we got to talking. He was like, what do you want to do? And I knew that the cannabis industry was up and coming. Back then, it was, It was like 2010 back then, right? So...
For y'all back in time.
Yeah, long time ago. Yeah, because I graduated high school in 2006. Way different. And I was talking to my stepdad, and he was like, oh, I didn't know that was an interest of yours. I have a best friend of 25 years who's been growing out in Colorado. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And so, yeah, right? And so my girlfriend at the time, like, we just started dating. We were like a year into a long distance relationship. She had a daughter, which is now my daughter. I adopted her, but whatever, just her kid at the time. And so I talked to my dad, and he's like, y'all should move to Colorado. And, well, he was like, you should move to Colorado. And then he was like, well, you should take your girl with you. Don't you want to, like, experience this adventure together? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I talked to my now wife, and she was down. So we ended up moving onto this man's property in this little-ass RV. It was like a 500-foot RV. And I started learning right there, boom, like commercial cultivating. I learned how to grow 60 plants, but they were trees. They were like 6-foot tall trees. And there were 30 plants in each shipping container that they like rigged up. It was some crazy shit. So, needless to say, it was a little bit black market. You know what I'm saying? Caregiver status. Okay.
And donation.
Yeah, right. And then, so I was doing
donations.
that for quite some time until 2018. Then the laws changed, and the extended plant count changed, and you couldn't do like 99 plants per license. You had to do like 24 plants per property, like not even per person. It was just in total. So we're like, that's fucked. And so we ended up moving back to Florida. I got into the industry there. It was like ground level. It was like only dispensaries selling vape carts type shit. Okay. Like, so I got into that. I found a facility that took my resume, whatever. And I started as a technician there. And then I moved up. This facility was 250,000 square feet. It was fucking huge. And yeah, that's like where I got my chops, like for real. And yeah, from there it's like been history, bro. Like I did research and development with them, and then the pandemic hit and we were essential workers. But you know, like that was also my taste of being a woman of color in a white male dominated industry, specifically talking about like the cultivation end, like especially in Florida, like you got to be a good old boy, like you know what I mean, like some southern shit, like some. So I wasn't with that, like, and bro, I don't even drink, and it's like I had
not enough colored people in this space.
It's not weird.
Yeah, I fuck with you though.
We know that it's not weird. We know what it is.
We know what it is.
And it's just yeah, and that's why we're here to make sure we have a voice and to, you know, be a part of this space and be consistently a part of this space, you know? Like, there's a lot more people of color, like, owned cannabis businesses, which is fucking nice, but it still needs to continue. Because we still have people looking like us that are locked up, but then people that don't look like us are making millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Off the same shit.
Like, what's going on?
What's going on? You know? Shit. That's.
Oh man, hey,
like,
quick segment. Make sure y'all check the Last Prisoner Project. That's another company that I'd be working with. So
hell yeah.
They do a bunch of stuff with getting those misdemeanors and stuff from low cannabis people in jail.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And if there's people who are interested who have had any type of criminal record that feel like they can't get into the industry, there are programs that, oh man, what are they called? I completely forgot the name. I'm like blinking out right now, but
don't worry, they got Google.
But there's programs that you guys can join. I know there's some in Oakland. I know that there's programs out here in Denver and just Colorado in general that help just people who have had legal issues with cannabis, and they will further you along in helping you get set up with all the fees that it costs to get your licensing. They'll help you with those fees. But definitely look it up, guys. I'm just linking out because it's some really good fun. Shout outs to Humble Farms.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. So from there, whatever pandemic hit, and then I ended up actually leaving that facility because, again, what I was touching on, like, is just very toxic. And I just like, all right, maybe I'm working in Florida. I'm just working around like a lot of southern white boys, whatever. I don't know, maybe whatever. You know, and I'm also gay, so it's like, it's just checking all the fucking boxes for me, bro. Like, the odds are against me, right? So I'm like, all right, so me and my wife, shout outs to her, because she put a fire under my ass to, like, do this shit. But she was like, look and start looking at positions as a cultivation director. Like, you know what the fuck you're doing. You've worked in research and development. You've already run this shit back in Colorado the first time we did it. You know your shit. So, and that's what I did. I started looking for those positions, and I found a spot out in Santee, California, but it's very close to San Diego. And I worked as the director of cultivation there. Then 6 months later, the company ran out of money completely, and they laid off their whole managerial staff. And then from there, we were like, what the fuck are we going to do? We in California. It's like one of the most expensive places in the fucking nation. Like, we ain't got that money flow going. Like, what the fuck? And then my wife is freaking out because she's like, all the homeless people that are out here and they're on Skid Row and shit because they ran out of money. And I'm just like, damn. Like, we freaking out. Yeah. But we knew that we did not want to go back to Florida. We already lived out here, and I was absolutely, like, I fell in love with everything out here. Like, aside from the cannabis space, I just love being out here. Like, being from
atmosphere.
Florida, we got the nice beaches and stuff, but it's just complete opposite, and in like the most beautiful fucking way. So
the mountains is crazy.
Yeah, and like I love Denver. Don't get me wrong, but like I did live in Orlando for like 10 years, so I was like over the big city shit, and like this is like, I fucking love it here. But so I was like, bet we gonna find a place, and that manifestation shit you were talking about, that shit's real, cause. I shit you not, I applied. I looked up, first of all, I went into like public records and looked up the directory of every single licensed cultivator in the state of Colorado.
That's working.
And then I honed it down to, I was like, you know what? No, let me manifest because I want to be in Colorado Springs. Fuck that shit. I want to be in Colorado Springs. So, and my poor daughter, bro, like this whole time, her 3rd grade, she went to 3 different schools. In Florida, then we moved to California during the pandemic, and then she finished off, because it was like a 6-month stint that I was there, and then she finished off 3rd grade in Colorado. So she did like her last 20 days in Colorado. Whoa, so like, yo, she's a G, dude, like, for real, like, she really, it was rough on her. So I wanted to make sure, because we have close friends that lived out here, and she already knew their kids. So I wanted to make this as easy as possible for her.
Trying to go to a whole new spot.
Yeah, so between Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and I looked at a couple places in Denver, but it was like 400 and something places that I sent resumes out to. And I called when I couldn't find emails and just asked. I like wrote a whole script for myself, fucking read that shit, and just cold called myself. Like I'm the product. And I cold called for my shit for myself. And I it was like, do that or be homeless, motherfucker. So I just... it was crazy, but I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to start again where I really want to fucking start over. Because when I found the opportunity in California, I was like, this is dope, but I never thought I would live in California. Like, I was born there, but I never thought I would move back. I just thought it was a dope opportunity because California is also, like, just like Denver, it's a huge hub for the cannabis industry. It's one of the capitals, right? So I wanted to get my feet wet over there. And, bro, like... I did get my feet wet. I learned a lot of shit, it added to my repertoire and shit. And I'll never take that experience away, but I won't do that again. But yeah, we ended up here. I found a position as director of cultivation at Big Medicine Cannabisery.
Okay.
I ain't going to say no names because, I'm not here for that. Yeah. But just so, other people who work in the cannabis industry can understand and relate. You know what I'm saying? So... working into that job, I worked there for a little under a year. And, we had some employees that got into some shit in another grow that was local because the owner, was not on the up and up with any of the MED laws. So the police came through. I don't know if y'all know, but if you don't follow the laws here and you work in the industry... the police come through, okay? This is real shit. This isn't you get slapped. I mean, some things you get slapped with a fine, but, other things, you gonna do some time, even as an employee. And if the owner is not aware of what the fuck they need to do or they care, you're gonna take the blame for all of that shit. They're gonna take your license away. They're gonna slap you with the charge. And you can't work in this industry with a charge. Okay. It's just all fucked up. So... But I had some employees that were not okay with some things that were going on, and I double-checked with the owner. He flipped the fuck out on me, told me to send everybody home for a week, and I'm like, and this is where morals come in, bro. So I had to, okay, keep feeding my family with this check, or, can I sleep at night, though? That's fucked up, because then I'm taking the check away from other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So... he was fucking screaming at me for no reason, calling me the stupid bitch, this and that, so unprofessional. I just stood there and took it, and it's good that I worked in all the other environments, because, bro, you ain't gonna see me cry, so, you're not gonna get under my skin or any of that shit. Fuck that, fuck you. So, but I ended up leaving that position. I just came back the next day, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable being here, and then he lost his shit again. It's whatever, but that's what prompted me to decide to... do my own thing. So now I do consulting. I help other facilities level up, and soon coming, I'll be coming out with a digital product of a full SOP on how to run your facility, literally step by step. Once you flip your plants into flower, every single day, I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what products to use, different companies that I've found success in running full-fledged commercial cultivation facilities, all right, licensed facilities. So like this ain't no bullshit. And yeah, that's what I want to put out and give out to the community. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a digital copy for whoever wants to use it. Obviously, if you don't feel like that's enough, you can use my services and like get me the real deal, and like we can run it together, whatever the case. But and then we're gonna sprinkle some of my music in there, you know what I'm saying, throughout.
Got to.
But yeah.
Sure. Okay. So, what's your favorite cultivation place that you've been in?
So the spots that I've been in, should I name drop? Fuck it. So I've been to Artsy's cultivation facility, run through. I did a little bit of work with them, just like doing packaging and shit. And just letting y'all know, by the way, if y'all really trying to build your own business, if y'all really trying to do your own thing, you don't have to stay in the corporate world in order to stay within the industry and whatever you decide to do. But you're going to take that pay hit. At the same time, you're going to have your time for you. But like the only reason why I bring that up is because I went from $120,000 a year paycheck to whatever the fuck I need to scrape by and pay my bills in order to gain my time back. So that's why I found myself just doing whatever I need to do. So I found myself at Artsy. We drive up there every now and then, and like I did their facility tour. I don't know if y'all are familiar with a book called Five Alight. It's like every grower who knows about growing like has purchased this book. It's like a $500 fucking book. And this dude is the one who owns Artsy. His name is Josh Hopt. I'm sorry, Josh. I love you, bro, but like your facility's it's all right. Like it's not that good. It's I mean, the product is not that good. They're a clean facility, but
I had RC weed before.
It's just very fucking subpar. I'm sorry. Like, but now the facilities that I would like to tour. Shout outs to Boulder Built because I haven't tried their product yet, and I'm very blessed. I actually just learned this like 2 years ago that my aunt and my cousin are partial investors in that company. I had no fucking idea. But so I will be touring that facility soon just because I'm super blessed to have that connection. I ain't trying to fucking cloud or whatever the fuck. But, and I do want to check out Leafa. They're located out in, I think, Lakewood or Denver. And that's like one of the main companies of flower that I smoke. So, yeah, man. I haven't checked them out yet, but I'm meaning to. I had checked out Seed and Smith though. That was dope. I didn't know that they're the only facility that gives tours to the public. Just like they're the only one that does that, I think, in the country or like in the world or something like that.
Not aware. Yeah. I did see your video on Seed and Smith. I was going to mean to ask you about that.
Yeah. So that was really dope. Because just as somebody who works in the industry in cultivation, I'm like, how the fuck are they going to do this? Because like when you bring outside people into your grow, like you're bringing in whatever the fuck from the outside that you don't know is in the outside. Like you got to treat your shit like a sterile facility. If you're growing at home, it's whatever. Yeah. You got 1 or 2 plants, it's cool. But you got to think of it. If you're having thousands and thousands and thousands of plants in a facility, you have one infestation is going to affect or have the potential to affect millions and millions of dollars.
That's one of your plans.
Real shit. So, and that's millions and millions of dollars. So it's like it's really like you got to be able to eat off these fucking floors. And a lot of people miss the mark on that shit. Like some people ask like, how do I grow the best weed? I promise you, like when it comes to commercial cultivation, bro, cleanliness is next to godliness. That is not, that's real. Like, that's so real. Like, I'm telling you.
Straight up.
So, this shit breeds all kinds of problems that you just don't need. Like, you should be worried about other things. You know? So, yeah, like, everybody thinks they got the best weed, but... Yo, I'm really impressed. Shout out to Humble Farms, though. This shit's good. This shit fire.
Okay, so she answered the last question.
Again,
is it gas or trash?
No, it's gas. This is good. I like this.
One of my favorite strains at the shop right now. So kind of boutique going crazy.
Hell yeah. They do good.
Yeah. So I wanted to see how you felt about it.
I think this is good. So like I get real critical with this shit. And I mean, just looking at the ash, I know everybody's like, oh, white ash, whatever. But when we really are looking at the ash, like, I mean, it's not harsh in my opinion. If I do smoke, it's just because it's like a heavy hitter kind of thing. I can taste the terpenes. That's just real fucking pronounced. You know, when it comes to drying and curing, they definitely cured their shit for sure. A lot of facilities do not cure their shit. They'd rather just push out product and get it to the shelf. But in my opinion, it's like, don't you want people coming back? You only have one time. You only got one fucking time. When people crack that shit open and smoke it, they decide it's done after that. So you got to put your best foot forward all the fucking time.
Quantity.
Yeah, and that shit is not easy, bro.
Quantity.
Absolutely, every single time. And I promise you, you may have less customers, but like your prices will be
They
there.
loyal. They're coming back. They gonna come back. Tell you.
So right now, what is your favorite strain you smoking on?
Shout outs to Leafa again, but shout outs to Buku because they always got that shit on deck. They got all the
Buku
fucking
love.
strains, bro. Man. Like they have the biggest selection of Leafa and I think Cherry Colorado.
Cherry is definitely.
They got
some merch from Cherry. Shout out to Cherry.
Yeah, they do a great fucking job. But Red Runts, I would say, and Confetti Cobbler.
I had some red velvet runs from Buku that was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some Lemon Larry Lavender from Buku. That shit was good. That shit was terpy as fuck. That shit was insane, bro. Like.
Yeah, man. I love both shops, bro. They're great. So,
hell yeah.
Great to be a part. I'm excited to be a part. Blessed to be a part. So.
Yeah, bro.
So we out here. So what? You said you started smoking when you was like 17, right?
Yeah.
So let me hear about this first time smoking story.
Shout outs to my cousin. She is no longer here with us, RIP. But yeah, no, that was a first experience. And I was like a dare kid, all right? Before, I was like annoying as fuck, okay? And like my cousin was like opposite spectrum, got in trouble all the time, like fucking. Shout outs to her because I love her. Ain't nothing negative. Yeah, but like she was always on the opposite side or whatever. So she had tried to get me to smoke for like bro, since we were like fucking 14 or some shit for years. Like every single time we were close. So it's like I would be seeing her often. And it's like every time. Then I would get mad and then I'd get more of my dare shit. And then I don't know what the fuck happened, but I said yes one time because she just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
On my dare.
Yeah, for real. I was like, just bad. Like,
I was on my dare shit.
So fucking embarrassing. And it's funny because like my daughter is like, I educate her because when she, you know, like she's 11, she's gonna be hitting her teens soon and shit. And like, listen, motherfucking shit is laced left and right out here. Okay, there's kids that die left and right from fentanyl laced weed. Like. So I know those conversations, I mean, at least for some people might be awkward. Not for me, I don't know. But, bro, get over that shit. Because I'd rather have that awkward-ass conversation than, like, having my kid in the hospital or, God forbid, my child fucking passes away. Because, unfortunately, that shit is common.
Most
right? Like, that shit is...
See, they got
awkward conversations
right now.
It's fucked up, bro.
That shit is real.
And it's all demographics. It don't matter, like... age, race, religion, fucking your family's income, like it rich or poor, like that shit's gonna get you.
Yeah,
because kids like to experiment with shit and like whatever, but they need to be educated because that shit
all
is
around.
fucked up.
Drugs, sexual,
all of it, 100% 100%.
I said
I ain't trying to be no fucking.
It might be awkward. Those awkward conversations definitely prevent awkward situations. Man.
Absolutely, bro. Like all that taboo shit. Talk to your kids about it.
Like, got to, man.
Can't do that baby boomer shit. Like, nah, bro. We're trying to lower the rate of like fucking therapy and fucking suicides and make therapy like normal. Actually, you know?
A lot of people fail to realize there was like people would rather. You know, like go and sit in front of somebody else and talk about their problems versus just sitting at home. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just handling those problems at home.
Bro, and that shit starts early. So, you can start seeing where your kid's acting different, like from early ages. So like when people are like, I didn't know how Johnny shut the school up. Like, nah, bitch,
definitely
you
signs.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Yes, you did.
For sure.
I'm just saying, bro. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, smoking with my cousin.
This nigga be every Call of Duty. How you ain't know?
Like, dude, you fucking knew.
It was something cats in the back. No.
Do you give a fuck? I don't know, but you knew. Like, something was off, alright?
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to my cousin, I don't know. I ended up hitting that shit because I wanted her to shut the fuck up. And yo, I was acting so goofy. We were like, I lived in like
new experience.
I lived in the middle of nowhere, like real like rural whatever. So we walk out my driveway and it's long as fuck, so like nobody can see us. And I'm just like walking down the road and like I'm just like, here's the road, and I'm just walking, I'm veering like down into the fucking ditch. I don't even know where I'm going. It's weird. Like I was just acting goofy as fuck, but from that moment on, bro, I was like, all right, fuck her.
It
lied. It lied, bro.
All these old cannabis laws is fucking lies anyway.
It's true.
Talk, bro.
It's all lies.
Straight
bro.
up.
It's all money involved.
I mean, when prohibition of cannabis first started, that shit was to target people of color.
Yeah.
like it was. Look it up, y'all. We have Google. Please look it up.
Do your research.
I mean,
you got alcohol making people want to fucking shoot and kill each other.
It's a lot of things that were set into play, you know, for the opposing race, I would say. And the only reason why I say that is because it's like, just over time, you know, history always unfolds itself. You know, it's like, even if it's supposed to be something that's supposed to be for the greater good for now, like even over time, like you'll see what the end goal for it was from the beginning. You know, so
yeah,
I agree 1,000% with that. Yeah.
So,
what's there?
Like, what's diving into more of you as a person?
Okay.
What's like artists you listen to? 3 artists you listen to?
Bro, I be eclectic with my shit. So,
okay, I'm gonna hit you with one too.
All right.
After that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
questions.
my whole
They gotta
family
come back.
listens to Bad Bunny, so like I just listen to that shit all the time.
Okay.
Like the Latino side, because my wife is Colombian, so we listen to a lot of Spanish music.
That's cool.
In terms of like hip hop and rap and stuff, bro, I listen to everything. I try to stray away from like shitty ass lyric music. Like I don't know how else you want to say that.
It's a whole lot of that.
Because I can't say like trap or whatever genre. Because
Yeah.
there's some good ass trap music. There's some really fucking shitty trap music. Yeah. But there's beats hit, so I try not to listen to the words sometimes. I don't know.
Like damn.
You know,
what instrumental at?
Fuck, bro. Like I listen to anything from Mac Miller all the way to some hood shit. Like I don't know. So
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I don't know, another artist. Bro, I've been listening to whatever. Like, I listen to a lot of old school shit. So like Temptations, like a lot of old school R&B.
Hey, I just watched that movie last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I just watched that movie.
Bro, it crazy.
That's my shit, bro.
I'm a fan of like just the grind of like the old times. So,
yeah.
It's like way harder work.
Yeah. You gotta physically be in a lot of places. Like, and you couldn't take planes. Like back in the 50s and shit, bro, you were taking that bus all over America and shit.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like walking, like people didn't have all this transportation accessibility. It was different.
Yeah, bro.
It was a scene in Temptations where it was like the Temptations, Diana Ross, Berry Gordy, Smokey Robinson, all in like a showcase. And
and it's like
that's a legendary showcase. Like if you was there,
but if you ain't there, you missed the fuck out, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it changed so many people's lives that day.
Yes,
like,
yeah, bro.
So I'm trying to like create something like that out here.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I think that's possible, bro. You just keep pushing that mentality out, and you be strict with your boundaries, and the right people will show up.
What's the
boundaries part?
Yeah. Facts.
No.
Because a lot of people might show up. Also, like, y'all trying to do big shit, so you shine bright. Sometimes light attracts flies. So you just put your boundaries out, but just keep projecting that delusional ass fucking shit, because that's what's going to separate you from everybody and will keep you eating. Seriously. So delusional with a practical plan.
That part, man.
My next question for you is being an artist or making music.
Uh-huh.
What was one of the first songs that you heard that made you want to make music yourself?
I did a lot of like freestyling with my ex-boyfriend and like just homies and shit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like when the Lil Wayne mixtapes came out.
The GOAT!
Right?
That's why he's
like
the GOAT!
Like the drought and shit. So and the Carter mixtapes. So like I think that's a big one.
So
and then
Wayne.
yeah, like and then like when my cousin passed away, because she did a lot of music
Yeah.
and she like played in bands and shit like that, and I was very like followed the plan of what my family wanted, and she was like the black sheep. So when she passed away, I was like, fuck that shit.
I
don't know. I wasn't like I'm gonna be a rapper, but I just wanted to pursue making rap songs.
Just became a party type shit.
Yeah. And then it just kind of evolved from there and shit. So, but yeah.
For sure.
Shout out to Lil Wayne. Shout out to Weezy.
She's definitely an inspiration for me too. So,
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, bro.
I think all of us.
Yeah. I mean,
it's the shit he would say, bro. It's like, what the fuck?
Bruh.
How did you, how?
Mind blown.
Yeah. And it's all off the dome, because I thought that was a lie, but I saw some videos, and then he was like, I gotta rememorize this shit so I can perform it, because I don't know what the fuck I said.
Me and P was just talking about this shit. I was like, bro, nigga.
We was just breaking down bars for like 08.
I said,
yeah. And you're like,
I said, nigga, how?
Like, I'm trying to get a scalpel and like trying to.
This nigga was, bro, what was you smoking? Bro, this nigga gotta be, bro, this nigga was too high. Yeah. Like, he was thinking with his full brain on some shit.
Yeah, like unlock some shit.
No cap, bro. He gotta be, like, this nigga was rapping using his full brain. Like, real shit. This nigga is using.
And
maximum brain capacity in that bitch.
Like, what? How am I supposed to write that shit? You're freestyling that shit, like.
But that I feel like that like that's just like another thing, like just to like just to show you and let you know like that level of creativity when it comes, like there's really no way to measure it to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like. There's some shit this man documented, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and
level.
People still listening to it now. You got people who don't know who the fuck, they don't know who he is, but they're going to find out who he is because of
you don't know about him.
what he did. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa with any and everything anybody else is doing. People might not know who you are now, but the shit that you're doing is going to solidify you. It's going to stamp you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that way,
you know.
Hey, just like the Temptations.
Just like
that totally,
just like what we're doing right here, right now.
Yeah, it's no different, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Glad you came in and being a part of what we got.
Super glad.
Last
have you.
Fucking blessed to be a part of it.
Let them know where they can find your stuff.
Oh yeah, so y'all can check me out. IG. So it's Alesi. It's _Alesi _. Same thing on YouTube without the underscore. So it's Alesi ALESI. You can find a little bit of my stuff on TikTok, but they be really hard on that with cannabis stuff. So you'll just see all music stuff on there.
They deleted my whole page, bro.
Yeah, no, they're quick. They're really quick. And every time I'm like, let me try.
Get them out of here.
Yo, and like I do like cultivation videos, so it's like whole rooms of weed, and I'm like, I try every time, but I was like, let me not do it anymore. They're gonna take this fucking page down.
Hell no, it's too much paraphernalia.
But yeah, that's where y'all can find me at. Check out my stuff, you know, if you're interested.
Sure you check it out for sure. Like I said, I checked out a couple videos. I definitely enjoyed the Cedar Smith one. I just seen the Cherry Colorado one you just did.
Hell yeah, so, appreciate that.
I'm tapped in too.
Yeah, and my biggest thing is, I've been doing this for a long time, and still there's a lot of ignorance in this industry on just like so many different levels, right? So.
I mean, that's with anything, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but, I, just like I'm sure these guys are really passionate about what we do. So education is like the forefront, at least for like the basis of my stuff. And I've learned a lot of stuff just knowing them in the short span, like these conversations, bro. Like, just knowledge is power. And if we can, at the end of the day, y'all, like, we got hate and people are tripping and having negative comments over a plant. Like, come on, so we just gotta make sure that like come on, man, like people aren't killing each other when they're high, like that doesn't happen. Like, and if it does, then bro, you shouldn't be smoking. You're like a schizophrenic something. I don't know. Like, I don't recommend it. Don't recommend it in the first place. but yeah, man. But if y'all want some education, definitely check that shit out.
Check it out. Check out everything that we got going on the channel. Make sure you check out everything she got going on her channel. And it's been a great episode. A very enjoyable episode. Probably dive into some videos, so check those out too. So,
yeah.
Until next time, we out.